So given the fact that this has been happening a lot, 3 times over a little more than a week, 251 times over the course of this year, again, mass killings involve those 3 or more victims. What's going on? What do you do if, God forbid, it were to happen to you, former FBI Deputy Assistant Director Danny Coulson? Danny, I know there are no ironclad rules on how you behave if you're face-to-face with a shooter, but this is getting to be so increasingly common that I wonder if you can just help folks get some basics down. What do you think?
Oh, thank you very much for asking that question, Neil. That's really important. We can wring our hands and say what's causing this, but what we need to do also is what do we do about it, and that is to flee. I've heard commentators say take cover, all kinds of things like that. You get distance between you and the shooter. And one thing disturbing about the Dayton, Ohio shooting is that people were outside and they ran into a confined area where they become really easy targets for these guys. These shooters try to close upon us, shoot us at close range. So if you're outside, run away. Get off that mark where you're in the kill zone. Get out. If you're in a building like Walmart, get out. If you're in Costco, get out. If you're in a movie theater, get out. Hiding does not work. Hiding gets you killed. I know the federal government says run, hide, fight. Don't do that. Hide is what I do with my 5-year-old granddaughter. In situations like this, get space. Get as much space between you and the shooter as possible. And also, Neil, believe it's happening. Those aren't firecrackers. Those are gunshots. If they turn out to be firecrackers, you can come back. But when you hear those shots or those firecrackers, you think, get space between you and the sound and go as far as you can.
You know, the people who do hide or find a place to duck for cover, they do so because they see the killer and they're convinced the killer sees them. They've got kids with them, and so they figure, look, I mean, I'm dead meat if I try to run, you say?
Well, you know, statistics say no. If you're running, you only have about a 7% chance of getting hit. If you get on your knees and beg or get behind a table, you're going to die. The best thing to do, Neil, is to get as much space as you can, get movement, because the chances of hitting you if you're a running target are actually very, very low. I taught firearms to the FBI. I can tell you, it's hard to hit a moving target. So move, get off that kill zone, get out, get space between you and the target, and your chances of survival go up like 99%.
Even if the guy has a semi-automatic weapon, which is the case in both of these attacks over the last 24 hours, and in the latter one in Ohio, he was able to kill, 8 people, 9 later on, within 20 seconds.
That's right, Neil. And most of the kill shots, by the way, are up close. If you remember when the congressional baseball team, when the assault took place at their practice area, they all ran into the dugout, which means they're trapped. They're all going to die in there. You want to get away from confined areas, get space, get out, run zigzag, get as much space between you and the shooter as possible. And I'll tell you something else, Neil, begging does not work. That does not help you at all. You need to get space. That's the most important. If we get one message out in the next weeks, let's go, run.
Danny, thank you very much for that. We all needed to hear it. Danny Coulson.
Thank you, Neil. It's always a pleasure.
Same here. We'll have more after this.